Hi, I'll just wait a few minutes and see if anybody comes in. If anybody gets a notification or anything, hopefully. Hello, welcome. I'm just waiting a minute to see if anybody comes in right now. It looks like I only have one person, but I'm here if you're here. Hi, sweet Cece. All right, just for you, I'll get started. Quality. Okay, so let's see here. This is a lovely reflection of my tape. Okay, so I'm just here editing, so forgive my mess, but I just wanted to quickly show you like what I'm starting to see through the veil, and so that when I do upload videos, you know, you look all over, but right here I see what looks like a goddess, and it's in the midst of either like living waters here, or yeah, for sure, and it looks like somebody with 12 stars for a crown or some sort of really cool looking crown, right? Let me see, I did some work on that one. Hi, Paris. Hi, everybody. And so this is, I never really finished my thoughts about the project Bluebeam yesterday, except for saying that it was a fail, which I've also seen messages about it being an epic fail, which I think is funny, but and I'll share that article in this description if you're interested. But I really I never finished my thoughts, and basically the article speaks about people seeing what they believe in. So seeing the archetype of, you know, a higher being that they relate with. Again, keeps it very personal and separated. Hi. So I'm not about that, like the separation. I think this is for everybody. I think these deities are the same deities that have been shown throughout history, especially ancient history. They're all the same, just represented different, and they put on many different masks as well. These gods can, they're gods. They're gods. So, anyway, I'm sure that this is what we're working towards. Hi. And so I saw some really incredible things short of that. So that is very holographic looking and whatnot. As well as we have, absolutely. So this is this morning. I didn't really work on this as much as I want to yet. I want to show you something and then I'll go back to that real quick. But I was pretty excited to get this message this morning. I thought it was pretty significant. And it also goes with what I'm saying about, oh, where'd my marker go? Okay. Hi, Gigi for Truth. Oh, I got your message. I'm still like trying to get with it. I meant to respond. Okay. Yeah, the fear programming. And it's like I said, they put it in place, as we all are starting to understand. They put it in place for people like us who were waking up, and just to kind of add to the confusion. And then, where is that article? Here it is. So this is a Rational Wiki article. And no, I don't think this is the exact article, but anyway, it breaks it down. It tells you about the structure, and it goes into the shoehorn events. And I mean, you can actually get some understanding from reading this because you know what they expect to happen or how the psychology of what they expect people to think. So it's interesting. So I'll put that in. But the other exciting info that I found was this goddess here, which was the goddess with the 12 stars. It's a lunar goddess. And yes, thank you all for being here. That is her name. Definitely search her out. It's something that's definitely not promoted here on Google. And I know that there was a lot going on with Google being bought out and China really running things, and the whole censorship campaign. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but you can still, just by viewing the images, I really should show you this picture, my painting. Oh my God, it's on my wall. I had a message a while back that said, the painting on your upper right wall is of me. And I was like, that's weird because it is up in the corner of my right wall, which is just weird. And it's one that I worked on in college at St. Petersburg College years ago. And actually, it was like 2014-ish, I think. But I was definitely in the midst of the awakening process at that time. And I'll have to show that to you. I will show it to you soon. So it's a serpent goddess. It's a mermaid, and she's in living waters, and she's got flowing black hair. And essentially, it really looks like this goddess here. So, this woman is depicted, and it just immediately, for some reason, reminded me, I keep talking about the mother being the moon, and so having a lot to do with the moon, and the moon being like our connection, and that was probably what was usurped by Venus and Saturn and whatever else that's being straightened out and fixed right now. Because I do see that the planetary sphere gods that like really screwed up are going to be replaced, because obviously we need things to continue to work for whatever we live in. So yeah, Hydra came up for me this morning as well when I was researching this. Hi. Hey, KB. Hi, Maria. Hi, Love and Grace. Hi, Matthew. So I thought that was really interesting. So it's the serpent goddess. We see this behind the throne at the Vatican, and that for me is enough. The Lucifer telescope looking for this matter that we can't see, this dark matter, that's enough for me. The Sophia telescope, that's enough for me. I understand what they're looking for and what they're hiding and what they don't want us to know. And then people like Naughty Beaver, who I haven't heard from because I'm not looking, because I get too upset. But I really, really unsubscribed when he did that video about NASA pulling some Bluebeam crap with 12 moons. And so I think there was an actual event somewhere. I might go back to that video just to see what that looked like, because I think he was either saying that it was a staged event or there was going to be one like it. But obviously this is real life. This is reality. This is seeing outside of the parameters of Saturn matrix. And this does exist outside of that. Whether anybody wants us to know and understand that or not, it does. it's the spirit world, it's the Naga. I know it's hard because I like him too. He's very likable, but that's a big part of the whole thing. You know, some of these people are put into place to deliver messages in a certain way that keeps a lot of people stuck. So anyway, a lot of us are moving past that. Anyway, hi Marlene, nice to see you here. Yeah, gatekeeping. I had a message not too long ago that said that, you know, we can see the gatekeepers sitting on Saturn's ring selling silver and shit like that. So we know who the gatekeepers, like trying to keep people in, we know who they are, and we love them. So it is a hard thing. And, you know, but that doesn't mean that you're supposed to, once you understand, you don't sit around and support that anymore. You just can't. It's just not the way to use. I believe that. Thank you. That's huge, because it's like, it's more than just keeping us stuck. It's obviously they have a way of using our actual energy for themselves and manifesting with it. Very, very, very amazing insight. And I definitely have that confirmed in many messages. These are the Naga, and they came to help us so that we could get those things back. Then and here's all the different names. I put this in my nails. Sorry, I was just outside with my seedlings gardening and stuff. But yeah, so, and that's when I got these images that I'm going to finish showing you. But this is the article I was wanting to show you yesterday and that I hope you clicked on, because this is who we're seeing. Semi-divine, I would say extremely divine, just my opinion. Race of supernatural, depending on the source. The Nagas are regarded as either demons, probably depending on who they're, you know, dealing with, I guess, or deities. It is known as a race of serpents, supernatural, serpent beings, water spirits, guardian. So you can read, but definitely check that out. Hi, Revel. Bye, Revel. Some of us possess a divine pearl of knowledge. So, you know, last live that I did, we were talking about the divine, where the soul resides in the parietal lobe, which is only in Jupiter realm. And, you know, this is all really interesting stuff that I hope you're taking notes on, Cosmic. Quirky Cosmo, thank you. Because I know that you understand this, and these messages mean something. And that's what I mean. Like, we all gotta put our heads together because we're all one big head, right? But what my big thing is, the consciousness is the father, or I don't know if that's the androgynous father or what, but like the father, Zeus, Jupiter, like we have the consciousness of the father, and then the flesh of the mother. So anyway, these are the water spirits, like you were saying, the living waters coming back in, the cosmic waters. The link here, I put this one in yesterday's live video, but I'll put this one and the Bluebeam article in this as well. I could probably do it right now if you'd like, but this is really good stuff. But this is who I'm starting to be able to really see up there, and who many people are starting to really see. And of course, we know there are more than one species that we're seeing up there, and they are angels of the Most High. Of course. Thank you, David. You've given me a lot of insight. But, you know, it all ties in together. And all of this is for everybody across the board. Nobody's excluded. Not even the people that were hiding this. They're not excluded, but they definitely need to get on board and start promoting the truth. Hey. And so, Mike, I was just showing, and I took some screenshots of yours yesterday. You did a beautiful video yesterday that, like you were saying, can be used for educational purposes, you know, going forward and things like that. And so I love the documentation. I love the style. And I haven't had a chance to look at your screenshots up close because it's just so beautifully coming in. And that's what I got on here to just show you really quickly while I was editing some of these. Well, let's just do a quick edit on something together. How's everybody? Have you integrated those really hefty energies that were coming in? Seemed like they were coming in the past couple days, but I feel like I went and sat in the sun for a little while and I had a reprieve. A couple other thoughts I wanted to finish about the treatments. Now, be ready to possibly see some serpent action up here. No kidding. Okay, but obviously no fear because these are the spirits of the Most High. Oh no, 5G is good. 5G is actually not what they're telling you it is. So that's just them trying to keep you in the Saturn matrix. So I can talk about that soon. But yeah, 5G is definitely not what they're telling you. Yes, I'm sure that they have tried to stop this in many ways, but they don't have control over the frequencies of the world anymore. So you can rest assured that whatever you're feeling is most likely transformative energy coming in. If you notice, well, in Florida, they've had 5G up for 2.5 years. And I've been going through a crazy transformation for, around that time, probably a little bit, probably before it started showing up on my actual phone saying 5G network. My very own network that I paid for was 5G. And I used to actually try to pick up 4G or 2G because I too was very afraid of it. But then I realized that, and I do have information that, those frequencies are not what they're telling you. That is the resonance of what I'm showing you now coming in. That's the electromagnetic shift that we're undergoing. It will even out again. I do want that message to come through very clearly that it will individually even out. When we're having the lungs, be heavy, and when we're having the headaches, we are literally ascending up the cosmic spiral, going through Saturn, through Mercury, into Jupiter, where we belong. That is the higher state of consciousness. Once you rid yourself of the basal ganglia from Saturn that apparently was added on to the human construct because it wasn't like that to begin with, apparently. And you shed that, and I'm sure some other things, but it's all part of the process. And at the same time, you're imbued with photonic light that has all of the information needed to heal you. And of course, you're going to feel a frequency shift in the air when all of that is taking place. Not only that, but there's also 24 karat gold particles, divine particles, adamante, in the air. And that is given to us by the higher beings to help us transform, because we are in a vessel that can transform, and we are God consciousness in those vessels. And we do want to upgrade. Some of us understand that. Other people think that they need to separate from their body and that it cannot do amazing things. They forget the scriptures that tell us that Jesus will bring our lowly bodies just like his. And that is specifically what's happening. When Jesus ascended from being that man, he ascended, I believe, to become Archangel Michael, the right hand of the Father. So, that's an avatar of the Holy Spirit that's totally upgraded. So, of course, it's nothing that they told us. But it's pretty cool. Once you get used to it, once you get used to the idea of it, it's pretty cool. But I did want to give a couple more tips. These are going to sound wild, but like when the itching phases were the worst for me, I actually used pet shampoo with really good results. I only had to use it a few times because, like I said, that stage only lasted, well, it lasted several months, but when it was at its worst and most unbearable and I didn't know what it was, and like people were saying, they you know, when you don't know what it is and it's coming out of every pore, you're thinking you have to get rid of it, and it's scary, and it just makes you feel so helpless. And that is just not what, you know, what's happening is just the transformation from carbon to crystalline. And literally it's an alchemical process that's just getting us back to the original blueprint. And I have totally gotten past the itching. Thank you, God. I mean, I am like, it's been months now, I can say. It's been gone. Of course, the occasional here and there, but I noticed it really dissipated over time and is completely gone. And my skin is like new. I, I wish I could put it into more words for you. Like I haven't really, you know, that's definitely my friend Toni Taylor's area. She covers it so well, but I definitely know that I've gone through the process pretty thoroughly. I obviously am not you know, transformed into an angel of light or anything like that, but I do believe that I am um, much more in a body that I was probably meant to be in, or, you know, the original blueprint, what the human body was meant to be and do. I do believe that. I am more completely on, yeah, you're going to have all kinds of things pop up. I can't even tell you, like, because my memory, it's almost like pregnancy memory, where after you have a baby, you forget how intense it was. I almost forgot how intense each stage was. So when I see you guys put, you know, I have this or that around my eye or my lip or my neck, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, definitely, no doubt. And it's going to like keep popping up in weird places because it's your molecular body transforming at a cellular level. So no, don't, yeah. Don't do that anymore though. And that's what's compelled me to get on here and speak more, was reading your messages that, you know, some of you guys leave me and let me know that, you know, there are people suffering and in the same exact spot that I was in about 2 years ago now. And that is what I see, that it takes about 2 years, but you don't want to put a time limit on yourself because you can heal, you know. But I mean, this is me, like I stayed up all night, I read, and I know that reading and staying up isn't going to heal you, obviously. You need rest. That's one major thing that heals you. But I was determined to find answers. And so I was restless until I did. And, but finding answers really healed me, knowing that it wasn't bugs. And, well, I mean, the body's going to use whatever it needs to. So it does take on properties of parasitic like activity and things like that. So things that work for parasitic activity work for the process, because your body is going to use the process. It's going to turn into like emulating whatever it needs to, because you literally are dying, decaying, and being brought back to life while operating and continuing and breathing and having your heart beat. You know, your heart is beating because God wants it to. Like, we don't control our heartbeat. So just remember that we're being brought through this process, and I would love to help anybody that I can in any way that I can. Hopefully I just have the right words that you need. And obviously you need to find, it's all our own personal journey, so we all have our different things that will probably heal us. But definitely, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's for sure, Donna. I'm having that for sure. Hi, Crystal. Like, I can't even see Crystal Keith, and I love you, Crystal. And I just saw your email, so I'll email you and explain why I think I can't see your handle and how in the heck we can fix it. Because I've spent like an hour trying to see if I had any blocks on my Google account, and I don't. So I don't know, but I love you and thank you for your support. And I can't wait to see your pictures, because I know that you guys are dedicated to, you know, you're the same as me. You're seeing the changes. We're like feeling the changes. And so I actually wanted to finish my thoughts about the itching and like what I used. So when I was speaking about my water being turned off at the worst time, that was about the time. Like I had just had an MRI. I had been shot up with that contrast stuff, and literally it like, well, let me put this on a cool picture that I've already edited that I couldn't. I was like, oh, I've got to show them. So I had my water shut off, and I was in the process of like trying to wash everything off, and I thought it was like nanotechnology and parasites, but I didn't know. Or maybe it was like the gin, because I could see the orbs. I could see that they were orbs. Now I know that it's photonic light and it has all the information that we need. But holy shit, and that's why they get away with saying that it's technology. And it's so weird. So, but I didn't know, and this is going on like 3 years ago. And the only information out there was extremely, extremely scary. And it's still the only information really out there, I think. But anyway, next thing I knew, my water was being shut off. That series of events was happening. I was being evicted for being like half a month behind, or like a couple of weeks behind. And it was weird. Like the whole thing was weird. And then I saw that my mom was involved, and like, I don't even know how she could have been. It was just so crazy, right? But I was trying to wash everything, and I did use borax. I still do. Borax really does help, because it's almost like once these things leave your body, like we just need to like, lint roll them up, and so that they've done their job, they've left their body, and now, we get rid of that in our environment. But that really helped me. So the borax, like putting a little bit in soap or shampoo. Now I know it messes with plastic a little bit, so you can like individually just mix it a little bit, like a little bit with the shampoo that you're going to use that day or the body wash you're going to use that day. That helped so much. Like I said, I actually used pet shampoo, and it was really effective. Like during the worst times, I think I used it probably 3 times over a matter of 2 months, and it really brought relief for like several days. Internally, amino acids really, 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 really helped me. Dr. Hulda Clark goes over a lot of that. She has a remedy that's like taking 4,000 milligrams of coenzyme Q10 at one time, and that put me in check, because like you have like towards the full moon, it's more intense. Well, that stopped for me several months ago. So I really feel like I've been in on the other side of the healing for a while now, and I just want to bring you guys, like, I promise, don't believe what you read that it's going to last forever, it's never going to go away. That's not true. It totally does, but it does take a while. It does not happen overnight. It does take a while. It is a molecular shift, but this is what transcending a traditional physical 3D death would look like. And but don't overdo it trying to get rid of them. Just like control your environment as much as possible. I'll try to look back and see. I know in my about, I think I have some suggestions in my about on my channel, and I'll go back and look and see if I can like list some stuff. Haritaki was something that really helped me get my gut back in order. People understand about the turpentine. Dr. Jennifer Daniels is a good source for learning about turpentine and its benefits. I saw somebody mention yesterday turpentine in lotion. I know I did use that on my topically a couple times, but I don't know if I don't know. I really think that's something you would have to read up on, but it sounded like somebody that I trust has had luck with mixing it with lotion at some level. I don't know. So you obviously want to research all of that until your comfort level, but do trust your instincts. Don't believe, there is like, we trusted people, but all of the evil doctors are going to be dealt with. There are some that did not know. There's some people that their hands are tied. We understand that. But then there's like, another side of it. And that's what I mean when I talk about people being removed or in hell or whatever. These are the most wicked that are being dealt with, and thank God, because we did need the help. And this is how. DMSO, good stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, be careful with chemicals on the body. And like I said, turpentine is all natural, is not a chemical. So it's something you really want to look into so that you feel comfortable. Obviously, it's not something you can just pour on your skin or drink, or, you want to look into it before you understand what it is that your body might or might not need. Many people go a route otherwise that, like I said, haritaki was something that was given to me, a remedy that was given to me about a year and a half ago. And again, I've only taken it a few times because it's really powerful. It's a really powerful Ayurvedic treatment. And I just take it when my instincts tell me I need to. Yep, Sunfruit Dan does. And Dr. Jennifer Daniels, she was my source for understanding more about it. Yeah, see, I'm not talking about chemicals like that. But that's how people associate it in their minds. So anyway, just when you research, you'll see, like, you'll understand more about it. It's very concentrated. So of course, we know in nature there are things that can become very toxic. So, obviously, I still do look to professionals that I trust, usually holistic professionals, tried and true, old school people, and I research what they say, and I'll listen to hours of what they say and read it internally. I mean, reading out loud, and read it extensively before I decide on a treatment, or before I feel comfortable. So, but that's also part of fear programming. We're made to think that only a doctor can tell us what's okay. My phone's going to overheat, it seems like. Yeah, I think I'm going to take some haritaki today too. I feel like these last waves kind of like brought some more stuff out. So I was feeling like mucusy and a little coffee. But again, that's just like going higher up the rung, maybe, is what I'm being shown and what I'm feeling and being told. It's the cosmic spiral. So let me put those links in here. I love you all, and I hope that helps. Just take care of yourself. And like, obviously, we can't all quit the 3D world, but as much as you can, that is what it means to go internally, is to rest up, take care of yourself, get back to what's important. And a lot of times we are brought to our knees so that we can get back to God. But, that's because we are chosen to. So not everybody takes the calling. Not everybody does. I love you all. See you all soon. Yeah, I'm going, Matthew. Are you okay? Is everybody okay? Oh, you guys are awesome. But I'll be back soon. Bye. Love. All right. Good, good. Yeah, ormus, of course. Ormus. I have shown that. And Toni Taylor is where I get mine from. She puts beautiful intentions, angelic, beautiful intentions, and it's light coated, I'm sure, because everything she does is just light coated. But I've got my jar about 5 months ago now, and I still have like at least half of it, and I give it to my family. I give it to my son and my boyfriend every so often, at least once or twice a week. Myself, I take it. At first, I was taking it 3 times a day. It's like a little scooper that she gives with it that you take like 1 to 3 scoops each time, and I feel great. I mean, it really put me over, like, it really got me getting back to like my true nature is what I feel like. I feel like I'm getting back to my true nature, which I could not function as for almost my entire life. And I could not understand why. And it sucked, okay? But there's a whole other side to it. And we're going to get to see what that other side is. And it's beyond anything we can even comprehend still. So hang in there. Yeah, shungite. Yeah, see, fibromyalgia, I believe that that's all. Chronic fatigue definitely, definitely is a part of the transformation. We do know about like the Lyme disease and all of that, and I do think there were things manufactured, but I don't think that they were anything but catalysts at the very least. If we focus on them, then they can stick around and linger, because a virus is literally just something that tricks the brain into killing the body and killing itself. So it's literally just something we have to overlook. And it was also a narrative for the way that all, just look at all of the women that woke up all at one time. Look at the quote unquote Lyme disease epidemic. Same thing as all the parasitic activity that everyone's always talking about. It's the borealis, it's the borrelia, it's the da da da. Well, look at that. Isn't that funny? Look at the names. Borealis. Yes, I've read that what they call the zombie disease is in the tail of Planet X. Sometimes you'll see things like that in gematria, and that'll scare you, so you don't want to go back and read. That is a total play on words from God, and that's just, yeah, like, it's good. It's transformative. It's gold dust. It's alchemical catalyst that lets us transform and bring our lowly bodies like his, literally. So it's strange, and as strange as it is, it's true, and it's beautiful, and we are co-creating it together with God, with the God in heaven that we are fully connected to, more and more now. All right, I love you all. Check each other's channels out, because none of us are getting promoted enough. And share, at whatever level you think is good. Put a light on above your head and let all men see it. Good information here. I just don't want to hang up. Iodine, yes, Donna, iodine. I took sea kelp iodine. Obviously, there's the ocean issue, which I never had a problem with. We become immune to these lower heavy metal toxins. They don't bother us at certain points. We can ascend up and beyond. Like once we leave the third dimension in a physical sense, those things do not affect us anymore. So yes, iodine. I used sea kelp iodine. I'm going to take some of that today too. Like I said, just because I'm feeling like a little like I used to feel like months back, but it always passes so much more quickly, and it's always just a little mini purge. Yeah, exactly. The ormus is something you can make yourself. If it's something you just don't like have time to, or gathering the materials, you can get it online. Like I said, my trusted source is Toni Taylor. I know that she's going to be working on a batch soon, and I think she has some of her last one available. So you just have to, I don't really, I will put her link in here too. How about that? Okay. I love you all. Hi, Emily. Oh, Dee has a supplier in the UK. That's really good to know. Okay, great. Oh, you're not. I know. I feel that. I feel that with all of you that are here right now. And this is just for us. This is for Goddess Sophia's people. I mean, which is everybody, but they don't either know, they don't remember. So we'll keep trying to help them remember, because, yeah, this is for everybody. But I mean, like my words, I don't expect them to get out there and to millions of people. But I know that we're all points of light that will take what we understand and spread it, like Alfred describes very well. But yeah, I don't know if I showed you enough. I keep saying bye. I hate when people do that. I do that all the time now because I don't know how to do live, so forgive me. Again, this is today. You see the Taurus field of God here, which is the sun dog. I have a video about that back in the day. Old school video that shows you just what I was saying. And literally, it's proving to be true. This is the alignment of the gods. They're all here. They're all in position. And they're here for us. Yeah, I feel pretty ick, Leland. But you know what I did? I sat out here. This is what I did. I went outside and I didn't want to, but I felt a bit called, and I usually don't turn down a call to go out and see what's going on. So I did, and sat there. Didn't necessarily want to gaze at the sun. I always peek at it and like blink back and forth, and I just like, yeah, give me the information I need. But I sat out there for just about 20 minutes and just did this, that, and the other. Gardened a little bit because I have some seedlings growing, and I feel a lot better, but I'm not like rearing to go. But I think I might try to go and maybe walk around the mall. I don't really know what to do, but I need to get out and do something. It's been like a couple days since I really went and did anything, and I really think I should. But obviously there's a lot of activity up there. There's no denying it. Hi, little Evan. I'm just happy to see you all here. I just didn't even expect to see you all here. It's great. But I wish I could show you even more closely, like the things I see when I'm editing, like chains and braids and just some of the most amazing stuff. So if you get a chance, you know, with your own pictures, look at them on big screens, really study them. Look at them when you're putting the contrast on them, because you kind of see different elements that you might not see in one area. But, you know, these look like masks of ships, or the outs, like, I don't know, Merkaba. It's plasma Merkaba technology. It's Jupiter technology. There is Aurora Borealis cloaking. Yeah, I can't get over that. Think about that, you guys. All the Lyme diseases and their names, and like, wasn't there one called like Borrelia and Borealic? There's all these weird ones. And I always get that message that it's poking fun, saying the zombie disease, because that's what they wanted us to think, and it's not the zombie disease at all. It's opposite. It's the unzombie disease, right? Is in the tale of Planet X. Well, Planet X is God. Planet X is Sirius. Planet X is the blue little sun here, which is actually Sirius C, which is the planet right here. And literally it's showing up as a snake. Like, look, can you see it? Hi, Alex. Right here. Underneath, it's like an orby. Let me see if I have it in a better picture. Like, I could see it when I was doing editing, but I couldn't really pull it out, especially because it's behind the telephone pole. But of course, that's where the most amazing stuff shows up, right? But that's where I was sitting, so. But it looks like a pregnant serpent. I keep talking to you about the pregnant serpentine queen. I showed you the pregnant serpentine queen here. Well, I showed it to you the other day. Damn it. I'm so unorganized, you guys. I love you. But she's up there next to the sun. And bye, Gigi. I'll talk to you soon. Ah. The serpentine queen, pregnant serpentine queen up next to the sun is, nope. This still has such low views. So sad. because I worked hard. I work hard on some of these things, but maybe they have more views than they're telling me. I don't know. Satan is in the air, but he does not rule over the sky. Replicated everything through holograms. And that is a scene from Planet Earth where you see the heavenly spheres inside the rain, inside the cloud systems. So it's always been. We can look at any of the tornadoes. And then that was my sky the other day. And it's that system, that huge system of serpentine clouds that we see at the Vatican behind the Pope's throne. Have my children forgotten about me? She's asking. I think it's better if I have it this way. But here she is, right here. This is a picture my boyfriend took at work the other day. And if you can see up here's her face, I believe. Right. Boom. There. So let's see if you can see. And then it goes down to, but no, the Serpentine Queen is good. She's good. But sure, you know, they're going to try to tell us she's bad, but I promise you she's the mother of creation at some level. So at all levels, Queen Tiamat, Queen Inanna, she was speared to death apparently in Rome possibly, or before that, I think, actually way before that. So Rome actually wrote the Bible 1,000 years after Christ left and took everything and like screwed it all up. But yeah, she was crucified by, I had a subscriber mention a spear in the side, and then we realized that that was the same thing that was that had happened to, you know, it just tied a lot of things together. So, and then I started seeing, and then I got the message, why is, here it is. Why is the Vatican shaped like a pregnant serpent wearing a crown? Well, because they worship her and they keep it from the people. So there she is, you know, it goes all the way down, pregnant serpent. That's just what I see. That's what I see. So, you know, maybe she's giving birth to New Earth, 5D Earth. Maybe it's Jupiter's baby. Maybe it represents us. I don't know. I saw that we all came from our own suns when we got here. How crazy is that? We came from our own sun. So last thing I wanted to go over with you. Yeah, this is the link I'm going to be putting in there. This about the Nagas. That is, you know, who these are. These are the water spirit Naga. I'll look into that. That's interesting. One hot minute. Good to know. I'm looking for all the info I can find. And this, which I was also led to. And, you know, like I said, I have a painting that's very similar that I did years ago. And I hear a lot of us are doing that with our artwork, channeling a lot of these images. I always wondered how the twin flame art looked so much like what I'm seeing right now in the skies. Like when it started showing up with the colors, I realized I made that connection with the twin flames and the twin flame art and the red and the orange and the blue. Well, I'm sorry, the reddish orange and the blue together and all of those images. It's just blown my mind. So it's pretty cool. And I just wanted to share all that with you. And that is her as well. She's the goddess of she's the lunar goddess with the crown of 12 stars, which we see across the board. So I'm getting a lot of images on her. I'll try to work this one up and continue working on it. And oh, how funny. Yeah, time to change it up, right? Or put a doorway out of the labyrinth, right? I do not know. But yeah, I know that, well, Christ was speared on the cross in the New Testament, right? I wonder what side. So there's just a lot of lies in the New Testament that are just kind of fabricated, but it is pieced together and then psychologically put together to totally screw with us and keep us enslaved in a magnetic matrix. Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z, yep. Oh yeah, one more thing of her that I saw that I shared. I don't know if you were able to see it or not, so I'll just show you. It's so pretty, and it's absolutely what you're saying, the orb. The orb. So, you know, lots of depictions, and then inside the orb are more orbs. So I think that's what, and then there's the phoenixes, the swans slash phoenix birds. See that? But you know, that just solidifies it for me and helps me understand and comprehend it a lot better. And I would like for more people to also have that same understanding and more. You know, obviously I'm just beginning to understand the mystery and the joy of the mystery. Right side pulmonary edema, sprayed water and blood. Thank you, Odie. And so I don't know what's on top of her head, but looks like a baby dragon or something, but it's a crown, I guess, of diamonds, pearls. I see a lot of pearls, lots of pearls. So I'll leave you with that, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. And let me know if I can do anything to help. I will try to be around as much as I can. Hi that way. I love you. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. Love and kisses. A talking meditation? Really?